For your snatch complex, there's a lot of similarities to the clean complex. Some slight adjustments will just be hand position, and then with our last movement, rather than catching on the shoulder, we'll be going above head. We will still be doing hook grip though, so remember thumb, fingers over the top of the thumb. So if you're not really sure about hook grip, you need to go from here to here. Instead of being closer like the clean, we're now going to be wider for our snatch. A good way to tell how wide you should be is if the bar is resting on the hips, you should be able to kind of dip down with the knees and it should sit in that hip crease. If I have my hands closer together and I dip down, see how the bar's on top of my thigh? That's too low. So I want to be here in the hip crease. It might be too wide for you if you hold it here and it's sitting more on the belly button. We want to be in that crease. When we go through our stages, it starts the same. So you go over to your hang position, you stand up tall, scraping the thigh, and then shrug. We go through our hang position again, and then we go jump and shrug. And then we go for our third part, jump and catch. When we break it down like we did the clean, as we hinge over, we want to keep a soft knee, weight balance in the feet. So if we think about the feet first, we don't want to be too far back with the toes coming off the ground or too far forward. We're going to be balanced. Same with the knees. We don't want them to be too straight, far away from the bar, or too bent like this. We want to find an in between. This can look slightly different depending on the person. Once we've nailed that, we want to keep the chest up, not rounding too much or extending too much. We want chest up and relaxed shoulders. Eyes forward, and this is going to be in our ideal position. Shoulders are over the top of the barbell. If we're too much like this, shoulders behind the barbell, that's not going to be ideal either. Stay over the top. From here, you just push through the ground, feeling the bar scrape the thigh, and then shrugging to the ears. We don't want to shrug back and away, we just want to shrug up towards the ceiling. So that's our first part, the flat foot pull. From the knee, push, shrug, and then that's it. For our second part, jump and shrug, should feel the same as the clean version. From the hang, jump, shrug, and the bar should float. We're looking for the same technical points, making sure in the same setup, not too far back or too far forward. And then from here, jump and shrug. For our third part, you're going to jump and catch. From the knee, jump, and then catch the bar. So that is a walkthrough from the pull, the jump and shrug, and the jump and catch. We'll just slow it down now and take a little bit more time on each part. Hopefully, if you've watched the clean video and now the snatch video, you're seeing a lot of similarities to the setup, and then the hang position should feel very similar, it's just the hand position's different. The angle will be slightly different as well, but overall you should feel your legs working quite a lot. The jump and shrug is the same concept, using the legs, getting the bar to float, but now with the jump and catch for the snatch, we want to come up. Imagine we're doing a high elbow position, so like a scarecrow position, and then pulling the bar up and getting underneath it. We don't want to think about coming up and then pushing the bar away from us. So we don't want to go in a loop. We just want to imagine a straight line from the hips, past the shirt, to the ceiling. You can practice this with a PVC, up, through, punch, not a out and away. If I go through the whole complex, scraping the thigh, shrug. Then go from the knee, jump and shrug. And then we go through our jump and catch. I don't mind how much knee bend you catch. You might even do like a muscle snatch and catch it with straight knees. But ideally try to jump and then catch with soft knees. What I mean by a push away is we don't want that action where the barbell is going far away from you. We want to keep the bar close and then straight to the ceiling. That's going to be the best technique that we can achieve for. Again, up, catch. Then we go through the whole complex again. Push and shrug, jump and shrug, and then jump, catch. As a recap, we're going through the flat foot pull first, staying nice and balanced and extending without going onto the toes. I do like doing this because it teaches you to be patient in the pull. If you go onto the toes too early, you can cut the pull short And then you'll get enough plantar flexion or going onto your toes with the jump. It's like a natural thing that will happen when you do the second part. So I don't need to worry about it in the first part. For our second part, think about making the bar float. So you're jumping and shrugging. You want to feel the bar levitate slightly. And then for our third part, jump and catch. Don't be too stressed. If the bar's coming away from you, if it feels really awkward and weird, that's fine. It will do that. If you just keep practicing it, it will feel better over time. I could recommend here that you use an 8 kilo barbell, a training bar, or something a bit lighter. Usually if you go for a 15 or 20 kilo bar straight away, it might be a little bit too much, and then just work your way up. I hope you found this helpful. Remember to comment or send me a message if you need any more assistance.